spiced rum, hottie toddy kind of deal. That one place by my old apartment, Bridges and Bourbon, had a spiced. What was it? Was it like a spiced rum and something else drink? It was super tasty. Came in like this cute little mug and stuff, this little glass mug, and it tasted like apple cider and like just the tropics. And it was warm. It was delicious. Oh.
There
I could go
goes
for
the
some
Insta Grizzles.
Mulled wine too. That'd be good. Oh, I should have made my bone broth before this.
Whoa! There we are.
What the fuck?
You getting to the itches for the bone broth?
Yeah, I'm itchy. My bones itch.
Your floating bones.
My floating bones, yeah.
I'm hitting stuff.
It is a little bit of a cramped studio space. You are also like way that way. It's weird.
No, I can scooch closer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, considering the camera likes to go ahead and take us and go from the normal format to the skinny format, so we kind of have to be close to each other. It's not like we already don't live together or anything.
Yeah. What's up, Gray Bush?
Hello.
We got
Hello.
D Hatake 8. What up, man?
Would you just?
W man, says Daniel.
I was gonna say, what'd you just call him?
He's got his username, man. If you don't want me to call him by his username, don't use your username.
That's Daniel. That's who's got the Glock.
Yeah, then he should change it to Daniel. I'm just reading off
Man,
the
you are
username.
spicy today.
If you don't want me to read off the username, you should let someone else do the talking.
You are spicy today. My God.
Brr!
Yeah, I will kick you out.
All right, Ross, you're tagging in. I'm gonna do some laps around the office.
Yeah, go get the horny stick and start beating things up with it. I've always had a bugle stick in my office for that exact reason.
Frost 21 with the Haro.
Yeah, what's up, Dan? Man,
Felk Airsoft. It's not Dan. It's D Hatake 8.
hey, dipshit, if you could read.
No, that's Dan So 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan So 1. Are we or are we not reading off the usernames?
My good lord. Talon, I'm gonna kick you out of our house. I'm gonna kick you out of our house.
Shaka_explores.
I'm gonna kick you out of our house. I'm so done
Thank
with
you
you
so
today.
much. The AirTag absolutely rips. I'm going to.
I'm gonna drug your coffee tomorrow morning, so then you can have just a nice even-keeled day. It's like giving gabapentin to a cat before you go to bed.
No, I'm gonna be under the influence.
Yeah, yeah, I can send you the fuck home. Anyways, hello everyone. Welcome to the Amped Unsubscribe. Oh, wow, just watching us subscribe today. Welcome to the Amp Lunchtime Live. You're joined here by myself, Logan, and Talon. We're here to talk about all your airsoft stuff, life stuff, whatever stuff we deem. It's going to be a very goopy day. We've been very, very busy at the office this week. It's not shockingly busier than we typically are, honestly, between the three of us in the customer service office.
Yeah.
For good things. All good things. Being busy is good. So.
We got the Square
Yeah.
Gang in the comment section already with the magnet.
Do
Square
I
Gang.
have anything to drug you? I don't.
You don't. You might have to make a special trip to the Schleven.
The Schleven. I don't have beer at Schleven. I got a Giant Eagle for that.
Yeah.
Just start slipping you, start dosing your drinks with Dead Benadryl. Anything to get you to calm down. Good Lord.
Duh Wild Gazelle commenting in with magnet.
We know his name. We know everyone in this
I'm
chat.
just-
There's like 15 people who watch us every week. We know everyone in this chat.
Yeah, but not everyone else in the chat knows everyone else's name, so I'm just reading off the username so they can follow along, right?
At this point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'm following the rules. You got to read off the usernames.
What rules? What rules have there ever been for this entire thing?
Oh, if we're
It's
gonna,
an hour of lawless chatting.
if we're gonna do names, I can come up with so many names.
We're just like being felony yappers for an hour, and then we go back to our normal lives of yelling at other people and dealing with customer inquiries and stuff like that. We're just felony yappers for an hour.
Yeah, Ross couldn't handle it. He was 2 minutes in and just couldn't handle
That's
it.
valid. That's valid because I'm like this close as well to going. I forgot to eat too. I didn't forget to eat. I haven't eaten yet. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat. I didn't bring anything for lunch. I had my
Shaka
burrito.
Explores in the purple mag Arb tomorrow. Let's go.
And the purple mags arrive tomorrow. Purple mags arrive tomorrow. If you could read a little bit better.
I perfectly spelled that
Yeah,
out.
but if you could read a little bit better, Like in
read
between the lines.
I read that
You
perfectly.
could read in between the lines, Talon.
No,
It's
you
just
don't read.
read in between the lines. Super easy, buddy.
Nah.
Anyways, we're just gonna felony yap for an hour. We don't really have many events coming up. We have Caspian coming up in a week, which is next weekend, which would be great, which we can chat more about that next weekend. We've put a bunch of other events up on our roster, so, I mean, nothing that we already haven't covered. Do you have anything new that's coming recently? New and cool to the shop?
I'm like, not. Wait, hold on. Yep.
Giving direction to talking. I don't know what to talk about. No, I don't think we've gotten anything really new, like super new and cool recently. We did open up our AG tech work, though, so we will be accepting AG builds within a certain spectrum. Obviously, there are certain things that we can do. There's certain things that we cannot do. So, for example, if someone wants, I got asked this the other day. Someone wanted a SEMA SVU or SVD, not HPA'd, but he wanted an AEG and he wanted a high RPM and ROF build, like a 40 plus rounds per second build. I got a private text from a friend of mine like that, and I told him, I didn't say this. I said a lot more crass things. I was like, you're insane. We are not going to do that because that just doesn't make sense. But for, the simple tune-ups or like simple AEG builds, we're more than happy to go ahead and do.
Yeah.
We've already gotten a bunch of requests in for things like that. So I'm excited to start doing AEG tech work. Maybe dust off the old finger bones to start doing it myself. I haven't done any tech work in quite some time. So it'd be cool to try to get back in the saddle for the simpler things.
Yeah. Nothing exactly new. I am still low-key waiting on parts from Perun, our most recent order, which is supposed to have the M14 MOSFET system that has the integrated clicker.
That would be sweet.
Because those are all from overseas, it's all the long wait of importation.
Yeah, that's the biggest battle we're fighting for a lot of companies, which sucks because there's a lot of stuff from overseas that I want. Like there's Mac Airsoft has carbon fiber parts that I want to throw on my Dig 1. We got the Perun stuff. I would love to get an AEG with a Perun in it. So, yeah. It's been a very relaxed, not relaxed, but what's the word? I'm looking for a word. I can't find the word. I'm looking for it.
I don't know what
Searching
word
my
you're
brain.
referring to.
We just haven't had a lot going on. It's been very slow. It's the slow months, There ain't just ain't much. So,
The Wild Gazelle. Sad y'all didn't go live on Tuesday. I wanted to watch y'all on my birthday. You can delay
happy
your birthday.
belated birthday. Wait, was it this past Tuesday was his birthday?
What if it was last week?
Last week?
Tuesday.
Happy belated. I didn't know it was his birthday last week. And if that was said in the chat, I completely missed it because, I'm a little slow in the head sometimes.
E-House with What Up Nerds?
What's up, my homie? Sup, cosplayers? Valid. Words are hard, letters are mean. That is also very, very true. Logan's acting like there isn't a gas station, Wendy's, pizza joint, and McDonald's all within walking distance.
It's true.
That's fair. Dude, okay, so the 7-Eleven gas station, they have Tyson honey garlic barbecue boneless wings on a stick. And, for a quick snack, it's actually not bad. I feel horrible that I said that, but it was like $4.89 for the 10-piece thing of wings. I mean, if you're hungry on a road trip, you need a quick set of protein. It's Tyson chicken. It's not horrible. At least there's a name brand on it.
Yeah, that's sponsored by Mike Tyson.
Yeah, sponsored by Mike Tyson. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
there you go. Great Lakes Milsom, Spectrum and Airsoft. No way. Yeah, couldn't be us. Logan, are you in the green zone or the blue zone for Caspian? Sure.
I'm in the hot zone, baby!
I'm totally going to start dosing with Benadryl before we do the lives now.
Okay. I'm bringing the energy, baby.
Yeah, tone it down just a little bit. I don't know, actually. I am trying to figure that out with a couple of other people to figure out where exactly I'm going to be at. I am just told to show up. So if you want to help me figure that out, shoot me a text, actually. Great Lakes, oh, okay, but what about this MP9 beta?
So it's the F2 installed into the MP9.
Yep.
Or he could have misspelled it and be MP9 Meta.
I'm going to assume beta because we've seen the MP9 chassis float around a couple of times.
Sure, but
I think we also reposted something about an F2 with an MP9. An F2 in an MP9 within a chat that had a chassis in it on our story. Was it last week or a couple of days ago.
Yeah, yesterday or the day before.
Yeah,
but that's
something
been
that.
like something that's been like in the works.
Yeah.
Although MP9 is meta.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Matt Ross said so. Oh, happy! Yeah, so yesterday was his birthday. Awesome. Hope you're 30 some odd years young.
Happy berated birthday.
Yeah, I can't wait to go ahead and turn 30 next weekend. I'm so excited.
Turn or upgrade?
Definitely turn, not upgrade, man. I already feel like I'm fucking 40 some days with my knees, but green zone is where the profitable citizens are. It looks like I'm going to be in the green zone because I'm going to make a profit this weekend. I need to get a tattoo again at MSW. I hope to God that guy's there. That'd be so cool. Dan says, anything you guys like at SHOT Show this year?
Hey, you can't skip over
So
Strike Slider.
I can definitely, because he's in the other room. And
you don't know that. That's Strike Slider.
Yeah, it's definitely not Mike in the other room.
Yeah, if it was Mike, it would say Mike.
100%. So
Mike from the other room.
So anything we like at SHOT Show this year? There wasn't a lot. We did cover that last week or the week prior. God, my nose is killing me in this office. We did cover it last week or the week prior to this office. There wasn't a whole bunch. I was super impressed with what Nocturne brought to the table when it came to their night vision stuff. They have their Pano. They are finally releasing out to people who've bought it. They are going to be upgrading that once the whatever optics they are using or glass they're using to the 4.0. Once that releases, they'll be upgrading that. They have also introduced new fusion, new monocular devices, new bino devices and stuff. So that's kind of where my head was at with the night vision side of things. I know you and I were both interested in the K2A E-Bolt that they dropped, which I am super stoked because the only other analog for something like that is the GBRS or GBLS system, which is the $2,500 Airsoft AEG that operates the same way as that K2A E-Bolt. So I'm very much hoping that it's going to be at such a significant price below it that it'll actually be attainable for a lot of airsofters. There wasn't a lot of other stuff I saw at SHOT Show that was particularly interesting, except for those two things. Did you see anything at SHOT Show? Because those were the two big ones.
Not really.
Yeah.
Nothing was like big as far as like announcement that has to do with like the airsoft industry.
Yeah.
Wolverine, like we were talking about before, is supposed to have that big announcement at IWA in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. I'm excited to see what the EWA coverage is, because I know typically EWA has a little bit more airsoft stuff than most, considering it's the European market. So hoping it's going to be a cool new platform, cool new engine of some sort. That'd be really, really sweet. Curious to see what else they have coming out that year. I'm dying to go to EWA one of these years. I'm telling you, next year I'm going to go to EWA and SHOT Show. I would love to go to EWA at least once. SHOT Show at least once. But we'll see how that plays out.
Great Lakes Mill Sim, life expectancy is about 77 now, so middle-aged is 34 and not the 40s.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in my late 40s. Some days when I wake up with my knees. Is in fact not Mike from the other room, it's Jake from State Farm. Sure, pal. Sure, pal. Can Amped help bully LCT into finally making the HK21 they teased about 4 years ago? I would love for us to have the sway to bully companies into doing stuff and making things. Unfortunately, we don't have that power. I need to go ahead and consult the tomes and the books to see if we even have a shred of that power, because an HK21 would be freaking sick. Let's put it this way. If we can't bully Polar Star into making the PR-15 any sooner than they already are, I don't think we're going to be able to get LCT to make the HK21, which I am pawning for them to release that bitch so bad.
I am as well.
Pawning for that thing. If Zach's in the chat, I call dibs on prototype 0001 or 0069. Either one. I just got to have a funny number for it.
But with LCT, I would really
Goodness.
like them to release the RPL-20, which is the most recent belt-fed LMG that Russia has introduced into their services.
I don't think I'm familiar with the RPL-20.
It's a really funny story, but I only know about it because I've been doing research for the RPK. But it's
It looks like a Galil almost in a way.
It's the belt-fed in 545.
Yeah. It looks like a Galil.
So, belt-fed in 545.
I know. Yeah, I know what you said.
Why not just go with like a heavy caliber, like
It's like
the
when we did.
762 by 51?
It's their version of the M27 IAR, where we took the
No,
M27.
because that's belt-fed. The M27 is not belt-fed.
Yes, but it's considered a squad automatic weapon, while the RPL is a squad automatic weapon in a rifle caliber. It's like their version. I didn't say it was.
So that would just be the normal RPK.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. It's like they just went ahead and did the same exact thing. Why wouldn't you use a heavier caliber?
That's what I'm saying.
It looks like a glow. It looks cool. I'll say that much. I don't know if I'd ever run it if I'm given the difference between this or like 7.62 or anything higher.
I know that in Russian forums that I've had to Google Translate, Russian soldiers are not in favor of running the 5.45. They would much rather prefer a heavier caliber, especially if it's going to be a belt-fed system that's going to weigh them down.
What's the upside
anyway.
of the 5.45 caliber over 7.62?
The advantage of 5.45 is that because it is lighter, it has a flatter trajectory as it goes through the air compared to certain rounds at distance have more of an arc.
Yeah.
So as you arc, there's a higher chance that you're going to overshoot your target or undershoot. So a flatter trajectory means that it's going to have a higher chance.
Well, yeah,
of
you don't have to
distance.
actually adjust so much. You can actually just aim and shoot. But out of a belt fed, what's the advantage?
There is not.
Okay. So this is just a useless weapon platform to be made.
Yeah. I will say that the only really cool feature like the 249 is it can take the belt system or it can take AK magazines.
Oh, that's neat. Is it side for the AK mags? Oh, that's kind of cool. Still useless as a belt fed when you can just go to the RPK.
Yeah. Here's
or anything heavier.
Here's another useless fact. So they also introduced in the 80s, I believe it was, if my memory serves me correctly, they wanted a prototype weapon to replace the RPK. So they already had prototypes of a belt-fed weapon system that could take AK magazines.
Nice.
And then Russia was like, nah, that shit's not going to work. We're going to stick with the RPK. So they already had this system that could be implemented and utilized, and then now they're just getting fresh skin on it.
Yeah. That's dumb. Well, Russia's not the smartest. I don't want to say that out loud because,
I'll say it.
I have cats, and my cats live in the house, so
I'll say it.
Be hush on that, all right? I do want to go ahead and point out that Graybush has an 8.5-foot bull shark mount that just came in. I would love to see a picture of that. Please DM us that photo because that sounds freaking sweet. I want to go somewhere warm now.
It's getting there.
It was 60 degrees yesterday.
I know.
There's that. So it was so funny. I went to go to the house because there was an inspector that came by, and on the side of our building, we have an entire gutter that got encased like an inch of ice because of the runoff and crap. So it was like 60 degrees, getting warm. I like drive by it, and I could see it's kind of peeling off of it. I'm like, I wonder did I punch it, and the whole thing goes whoosh and hits the hood of my car. I'm like, ooh, it was worth it. It was very satisfying to go ahead and watch, but yeah. I can't wait for it to get warmer out. I'm sick and tired of the snow and the cold weather and a lot of crap involved with it. I hate driving in the snow in Pittsburgh. I hate driving in the snow, period. I hate the cold. I don't know why I chose to live here.
Because it's slightly warmer than Chicago or Wisconsin.
That is a complete fact. I would agree with this.
Someone's slamming doors.
I was going to say. All right. Yeah. I got 45 minutes to fill.
All right. Let's start getting these guns off the wall.
Math. Stop.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. We have to end our stream early today. Are you guys working on it? Are you working on anything cool? Any cool projects coming up? Any cool blogs coming up?
I'm working on a thorough, complete write-up on the Elite Force Glocks because we have all those emails and all those confusions about
Is that like
what's all these Elite Force Glocks and why.
How many models is that?
That is 25 different models.
Sweet Christ.
Between 4 different manufacturers, and I cannot tell you the amount of. I think it's been like every event thus far without fail. Like even the most recent GGP.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, I've got this Glock 17 CO2. And I'm like, okay, well, I need to know which manufacturer your Glock 17 CO2 is so that I can get you the correct magazine.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I don't know what it is. Aren't they all the same?
No.
No, brother.
No,
There's
they're not.
4 different manufacturers. The magazines are not cross-compatible.
Yeah. Love that. GHK is the worst. I said it out loud. I'm so unhappy about my GHK Glock. For context, I got a GHK Glock when they came out, a little bit after they came out, and I was at Copperhead, and it's sandy, it's dusty, it gets covered in all that crap, and I take it back home, and it's wanting to rack, but like sometimes the trigger won't like depressed all the way, blah, blah. So I give it to him to completely disassemble, clean. Like when I say completely disassemble, I mean to the bare bones, every part was out because it's dust and sand and crap.
Like blowback unit housing completely out and apart.
Yeah, like you had every piece and screw out of it.
The hammer assembly and knocker valve all completely out.
Yeah.
The little schmutz in the very front there. Take that out of the frame.
You quite literally disassembled it down to its screws. Like you took it all apart, and then we put it back together, and it still did not want to function correctly. It will shoot, but the trigger pull is no joke, probably 15 pounds, because it's so bad that when you pull the trigger, you can see your hand shake and jerk because of how bad it is. And ever since then, I've just switched over to like a regular VFC spec Glock that's CO2 because I completely lost faith in GHK pistols at that point, which is super depressing because it was like a $300 pistol.
I know.
$330 pistol or whatever it was. Really cool when I had it working for that one event. Whatever. VFC Glocks are better anyways. Or G&G STP-45s, but arguably my favorite pistol right now.
Hot take.
Dude, the STP-45s are so solid. They are. You got the red dot sight on it, or the plate, which is RMSC compatible, which you can just go ahead and get a plate to do RMR. You have the hop-up adjustment and the trigger adjustment with the little tool in the front, which is super dope. You have pick on the bottom for your lights, TM compatible magazines, so you can throw in your primary Airsoft adapter, which is how I run mine with the TM adapter on the bottom of it, and it works flawlessly. They have CO2 mags. The green gas magazines are made out of some space aluminum stuff, so it's hella lightweight. The thing is a beast, and it can shoot 3.0s and 3.2s without problems. I did shoot 4.8s out of it just to see what would happen, and it was unhappy with it, but it did shoot. But yeah, 3.0s and 3.2s, zero issues, which is insane. And it's like a laser beam. I was playing with it at an MK last time we went a couple weeks ago with the primary adapter, and with 3.0s, well, I was using 2.5s to begin with, and I switched over to 3.0s. It was just on target all the time. Very, very, very accurate. I was very, very surprised. That was the first time I used it with like any not great success, like in detail. Like I used it almost the entire day. I don't think I'm ever gonna get another pistol after that. That was a phenomenal experience. I recommend anyone who needs a new pistol get the STP-45.
Yeah.
It is stellar. I just got to get a gas pedal for the side of it. So when I have the adapter, I can get just a little bit more accuracy out of it. Damn good pistol. I don't know what G&G did, but damn good pistol. It's all thanks to Ryan. That's what it is. Ryan walked in there and was like, make pistol, and just put his magic into it. I'll tell you what.
We got our first comment over on YouTube with McFeens. How is feel about the VFC M17s? Spring go bad way too soon.
Well, I feel like someone needs to have a better education in grammar. However, I don't really have any comments on the VFC M17s. What about you? I have like zero experience with that gun.
So the M17s are weird because you have the CO2 and you have the VFC variants. You see this with the Elite Force Glocks as well, because what they're doing is they're not really changing the internals, but they're changing the magazines themselves. So green gas has an output pressure of 114 psi from the gas canister that you fill the reservoir, versus CO2 is a 900 psi. So it is a lot more pressure. And in my personal experience with the M17s, if you grab the green gas variant, you shoot it 300 FPS. You utilize the CO2 magazine, that jumps up to like 330 or 340 FPS. So their CO2 magazines are outputting way more pressure in PSI compared to their green gas variants, which is a little hard to say with confidence, or not with confidence, but as a player, I personally would not want something that has that much inconsistency and pressure output between green gas or CO2. I would ideally want them to be the same, if not extremely similar. But because of the way that the gas diverts and divides within the blowback unit housing, that is a lot more pressure that's going into the blowback unit housing and behind the BB with a CO2 magazine compared to green gas. So I would probably say stick with the green gas one if you have to, the CO2 one if you're going to play in cold environments, like anywhere within the 40, 30, 20 degree temperature range, you can utilize the CO2 because that cold temperature is going to bring down the CO2 pressure to a safer manner. But if you go any lower, that's going to create brittleness and microfractures within the plastics of the blowback unit housing, because CO2 under pressure is going to release cold temperatures, and when you pair that at 20 degrees or even 10 degrees, where it's already going to be really cold for the blowback unit housing, you're just asking to shatter and break those internal parts components. So probably stick with the green gas models.
Yep. I would agree. Yes.
Yes.
I concur. I concur completely with that because I have all the experience in the world. Graybush YouTube took down. Might look down on that, but IG might be okay. Now we're not gonna go ahead and trust fingering any of the guns because we've seen it happen before, and then just it all gets borked. And the last thing we want is for that to be a problem. I still have a WeTech Glock that still claps cheeks. It's an old Glock 18. I have a old SOCOM 1911 single stack, the gold plated one from like 2012. Still works. KJW spec. Is it KJW? It is KJW spec. Thing still works. I gotta get an HPA tap adapter for that. RC25 Contero says, I have like 7 HPA tanks with my Airsoft team that need to be rehydroed. Any information you can give me, tools to prep to hydro them, where to send them off, etc., etc. So the best place to get them rehydroed is going to be at a scuba shop. And that is if they accept it. I know a lot of scuba shops are okay with actually rehydroing tanks without a problem. However, we have run into issues with players or individuals that we know who've like, well, I've gone to this scuba shop and they said no because it's an Airsoft tank, and then other scuba shops that they don't care and they'll just go ahead and redo it. So look for a scuba shop that's local to you. They have that rehydroing process. I don't know of any other places that do that, and then I think it's like a $25 or a $40 charge, somewhere in between there, to get them rehydroed a piece.
Yeah.
So
It depends on the shop and if they have to send them out to a center that does the hydro.
yeah, a lot of shops will have the tank for it, because essentially it's a tank. You fill your tank up with water and it expands, and it measures the expansion rate that it has to deem if it's safe or not. But it's relatively simple. So scuba shop is the best place to go ahead and look for that stuff. The cool part about the M17 is the hop-up adjustment with the recoil spring guide.
That is true.
How does that adjust? I don't know.
So you have to pull it back, and then very similarly to how the G&G 2024 or 2025s have the tool in the very front that you can take off to make the adjustments, but instead of removing the tool, you just grab the very front there and make those adjustments.
Oh.
Now, I don't think that the M17 is the first one to do that, but it is a cool feature.
Is there a rifle that does that too? It's a G&G rifle. It's the split gearbox design one that they have. The what is it? SSR. That's what it is.
Yes.
The SSR. Yes. Which I would love to build one of those guys out. You look like you have a lot on your mind, Talon. You okay, big man?
Emails.
It's been a rough couple of days for us. It is what it is. We're here for it. That's our job. So, Eric Airball is also watching this live video. What's up, Eric?
Because he airballs.
Ridiculous. Do I gotta go ahead and yank the SLP tank regulators off them, or is that going to be fine for them? Yeah, so what you do is you literally take off all of the parts and components except for the tank head. So you would leave the tank head by itself, but like your regulator, your line, all that crap's gotta come off of it. They will go ahead and disassemble and reassemble because they have to take it off, fill it with something, then put it back together that way, and that's how they measure it. So just take your Airsoft regulator off of it, keep the tank head on your tank.
Yeah.
Over to YouTube, looks like, what is that? Tess Lois, it's good to see a company interacting like this with the community. Have Def been shopping amp more than e-bike lately. Just got the M-bolt installed into the left-handed silverback I snagged from Mal. Hell yeah, dude. I wish that we could get silverback in eventually. The reason why we can't get silverback in is not because we don't want to order them. It's because the tariffs and stuff from China is super high because they are a Chinese company. Unfortunately, they don't have any plans of moving, and it's not like we don't have a good relationship with Silverback. We still very much do, but they know that the tariffs are like 100% plus, or they flip-flop so often that it wouldn't make sense profitability-wise for us to get them in, which sucks because I know you guys want them. I want a Sport L to do exactly what you did throw a Wolverine bolt in it, make this super hella lightweight little HPA setup. I'm very fortunate that we have the MDRX Micron that is currently not in frame, that we use pretty often, and it is one of my favorite airsoft rifles of all time because it's just this little tiny, adorable PDW. I want Silverback to come back in. I really do. I missed out, and I know a lot of our customers missed out on getting that product in. But
Yeah.
they also have some really cool stuff in the works that I think are going to be announced at IWA this year. That is going to be a humongous bummer if we can't go ahead and get in because it goes right up our alleyway. But yeah, it's big RIP.
Yeah. Classic 6'7" attitude. I almost sent you something last night where a kid that was terminally online was looking at a photo, like one of the painted photos of Jesus Christ, who's in church. But it is really funny because it's the classic. It's the pose of like Jesus like.
Yeah,
he's
got his hands out, and
Yeah.
like he either has stuff in his hands or there's rays of lights coming from it, the puncture wounds from the cross. Yeah.
And then the kid's just like, why is Jesus doing 6'7"?
Son of a bitch. Son of a biscuit, dude. That is so bad.
I almost sent that to you, but I was like, well.
Oh, dude, I got a couple religious friends that would love that meme. Please send it to me.
Okay.
Because I grew up Catholic as well, so that just makes it even worse. Oh, it's so bad. That kid's going to hell.
I don't know about that.
No, you can be dumb and go to hell. It's okay.
No.
Just because you're oblivious doesn't mean you can't sin. Do I gotta ask? Blah, blah, blah. Hey Eric, hello. Also, do you want me to bring more ramen for you for the next ARPD? Yes, please. Yes, please. I would love to have more ramen. Little boys, I have a hug for you if you need it. Yes, we do need it. We need a hug and several 6-packs of beer. Well, White Claws, actually, because beer makes us bloated. What's with the LCT HK21 that's floating around? I don't know. I actually don't know. I am not an LCT guy or an AK guy. That'd be a Ross question or a Talon question.
What's the question?
What's with the LCT HK21 floating around?
It was just something that they showed off, and I think there's probably like a couple prototypes of like, this is the body that we can present, but it's not like a full release.
Yeah, there's some things. I say there are some new LCT drops that I would like us to get, but
Yeah, I've seen those.
Like that M60.
the M60 for sure.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Get that, throw a F2 in it immediately. Back to YouTube. Same with GBB systems. Companies can't get certain manufacturers like VFC or Tokyo Marui without tariffs being too high. Well, also with manufacturers like VFC and Tokyo Marui is a branding thing. So if a airsoft company or any company for that matter is branding whatever product, it doesn't matter if it's airsoft or not, but whatever product with something similar that is something sold in the United States, they have to then go to that company. I'm going to use Tokyo Marui Glocks and actual Glocks. They have to go to whoever holds the rights for the Glock logos and Glock, whatever that's
Licensing.
Thank you, that's the word. Licensing, to say, hey, I want to do licensing and sell this product. And if they say no, you can't sell that in that market. Or if they're not willing to pay the high price, or can't sell in that market. So a lot of VFC and TM stuff have that branding. I think you are more aware of that than anybody else here.
Yep.
So that's why you can't get a lot of those things imported and we can't sell them. So
I'll give you even another example. One that I would really, really love to get my hands on is the VFC gas blowback MP5s.
Yeah.
Because they make A2, A3, A4, A5, and SD variants.
I would kill.
And it is
SD.
the gas blowback, and it's got that cool little thing that, you know, makes it a little... No. It's the thing that's on the inside, because they even feature a 3-round burst feature. So they have the exact timing that they needed.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. But they kind of use some influence from the real variant, and our government specifically does not like that. So on top of the licensing, which VFC is manufacturing HK and Glock components and parts for the U.S. market, because Umarex is the license holder of Glock for Elite Force distribution. So we could get the VFC gas blowback MP5s through Umarex Elite Force. However, because of the exact nature of the gas blowback, there is those mechanical issues that our government does not like.
A great example of that would be when Wolverine came out with their first gens of MPWs. They were really very similar to blank 80% lowers.
Yeah.
Which was another reason why people didn't like it. So, you know, like you did say, ordering from overseas is risky for that reason, but also, you know, tariffs is another big issue because depending on what country you're looking at, a 10% or 110% tariff cost, i.e. with Silverback. It's a big reason why we can't, because a MDRX that's worth $550 could be worth $700, $800, $900 depending on what day or the month it is for the U.S. government, which sucks. I would love to see more of that stuff overseas, even if the tariffs weren't an issue, but more so with the licensing problems to get our hands on. So the WeTech Apaches are unicorns here in the U.S., the GBB MP5s.
Yeah. I have a unicorn.
Yeah, you do.
APG, right? Yes, APG MPX. That's made by VFC. That I got secondhand. I did not have it imported, but I was able to get it secondhand here in the U.S. So that is in my personal collection.
Yes.
That I'm a little wary on showing off because of what it is.
Yes. Also, we just can't figure out a system to make it run reliably.
Well,
sorry, not run reliably, but like not have to have and rely on your gas mags because
I have just the one that it came with.
Just the one that it came with, and you can't really use it otherwise.
Yeah, and I can't really get spares from overseas with the current tariff situation.
You can. It's just very expensive and very risky.
Well, there's also the very high risk that they're going to get seized.
Yeah, just like it was said. Yeah.
Yep.
So APG is just VFC dodging licensing. Yep. Yeah. That's.
So the original story was that they were supposed to be producing it for SIG, but SIG did not like the performance of the AEG MPXs that were being produced. So it was supposed to be in the works, but then SIG, like actual firearm SIG, canned that project, and then VFC was stuck with a whole bunch of these GBB variants.
Yeah.
That was the story that I heard through the grapevine.
Yeah.
Oh!
I would love to get that thing up and running somehow. I don't know how. I don't know who we got to talk to get that thing up and running. Not even for magazine-wise, but more so we have worked with people to go ahead and get an HPA tap for that. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, the HPA tap broke. And I would love to get a more reliable HPA tap because that thing, when you were running it, was very cool to see on the field. I will say that much. It was very nifty.
So not that VFC is dodging the licensing, it was just that they had produced so many, and that's why they're not really available anymore for sale, because VFC just needed to dump them under the APG logo.
I think that the M60 is out or available for pre-order. It says 20 pounds out the box. I have an A&K M60V, and it's heavy as shit. I can't play more than 2 or 3 rounds playing with it. I mean, yeah, it was called the Pig for a reason. It's this big old fucking thing of a gun. I really would love to get one in to see one of two things. One, I think it'd be really cool to go ahead and do a hardcore high RPM build for it or high ROF build for it, and just, I'm not talking like 40, but like boost that number up.
Yeah.
Or drop an F2 in it and just let it eat. Because how heavy it is, it would just be cool. Because I would not run it, I will say that much. But like having it around and using it in that sense would be very, very nifty.
For the APFG, it is the MPX, not the MCX. So I need the 9mm mags.
I got called a pig.
Well, maybe you're saying me. I'm the one bulking right now.
When have you ever done the opposite?
Well.
Exactly.
Oink, oink. Does it make you feel better?
No! All right, especially after my recent doctor's appointment where they're like, well, guess what? I'm like, no, I'm not.
Well, there we go. We're both pigs.
All right, fine. I can't wait.
We're both pigs to the upper.
Brother. Brother, may I have some oats? No, brother.
Liam's B. When is Modern Sten being made? Need the aura.
Brother, I don't know.
MP5?
Well, that's a Modern Sten. No, I think he probably means like, there's a...
I know what he means.
There's that company that does the Modern MP Thompson that has all the RAS rails and stuff like that on it, which are really cool. But I would like to have the old, MP Thompson submachine gun that's got the wood and stuff like that on it. RAS rails are sweet, but like nothing beats a classic street sweeper look, you know. AG Sig Spear when.
So funny enough, there is someone who, and I got an email about this, and this triggered me really, really bad. There are 3D print files to produce the SIG M250 and the SIG M7. Because the customer had emailed in asking when we were going to get the M7 and the M250 in, and I'm like, well, the fact that no one said anything about them even being available, probably not for a hot minute. And he was like, oh, well, just go and 3D print it then. And so I went and looked and like, yeah, the files are out there, but it's like, but I look at the print files and the print files are specifically for the XM7 and the XM250.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't call it an XM7 if it's already adopted as the M7. The X specifically stands for the experimental M7.
Yes.
We're past the experimental. It's already adopted. It's already out. We can't call it experimental anymore.
Thank you for triggering him. Now I'm gonna get beat when I get home.
I'm just like, don't call it something it's not. Don't.
Yeah, here it is. Anyways.
The kid that had the ENC that, and then was like, it's the M177. No, it's not. No, it's not.
So anyways, over on YouTube, I guess somebody got one of our IGLs to fit in the MTW. Firstly,
I don't know how.
yeah. Secondly, I would love to see a photo of that, and then give you a life expectancy on how you were able to fit that in there, because that is a incredibly tight fit, nigh impossible even.
Did you modify the body?
I would stretch to assume you probably did there, Talon. Knowing people. Anyways,
I would never modify my guns.
No, keep them stock. Always stock.
That's right.
Stock for days.
All right, McFiends, have a good rest of your day.
Oh, I can't do that. I have to do this.
Square gang.
Did you know when you do this?
No, it doesn't matter. Front or back, it's the same.
Yes, but in England, this is considered a like flipping somebody off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Doesn't matter if it's front or back. It means the same thing.
This does not mean the same thing in England.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Because I asked him that, and he says, I still have to remove it.
No, he said this you're okay with because it's fine. This, though, is the insult.
Well, then
I asked him that specifically.
Well, then he lied to one of us.
Okay.
Because I asked him that.
I'll text him. I'll be like,
Go ahead.
hey, question.
Go ahead.
Because I had to, he took a photo. I was like, oh, wait, this one. What did he say? Strikeforcesport.net. Is that is that a link to some magazines maybe for you that you might be able to get? Bro, I just want to pull up and buy it. Oh, wow. I skipped a couple messages. Six Spear when, like, the new B and T gun. I just want to pull up and buy it. Yeah, it'd be cool.
Well, I can't get the page to load because server not found.
Oh, looks like it doesn't exist. You just got hacked. There goes all your money.
Oh, no. All $15 that I have.
Yeah, right. After I have to pay fucking rent this month. Grapish, wish there was a good bar out there so far. Everyone I've seen is junk. I want the H car in real life. The Ohio Ordnance H car, the updated bar. That'd be a sick little thing to go ahead and have. Coca Bear over there on YouTube. Sup, players? You can't say M4 or variants, Block 2, Mark 18, etc., or even 416s. What's some good options for Amos or Vault? That basically guns that take M4 magazines. I'm taking my MDRX. See you boys there. I think you mean AMSX because Revolt did just happen. However, to answer your question, so M4 guns that take M4 magazines that are not Block 2s, Mark 18s, or etc., or 416s. So other guns that take that.
I already got mine.
Lever R. Done.
L85.
Of course. I would say the G&G lever action because that's just fucking hilarious to run. You have a Masada.
You could
or
do
an ACR, I mean.
You could do the modern G36, the one with the Keymod or M-Lock handguard, and get the M4 mag adapter for that.
That'd be cool. All right, so L85, G&G lever action. You have the ACR, modern G36.
Bren
would be good. What are there? What, Ross, you got anything? Magazines, guns that take M4 magazines that aren't Block 2, that aren't MAR style M4s.
I'm gonna have to look the ones you named off the top of my head. I mean, you could do some weird mag adapters to make a lot of things.
Yeah, TAP has a lot of those.
You could P90 M4 mag.
M249.
Yeah.
Technically, you can take an M4 mag.
Technic-Brie.
Technically. I don't know. I'm trying to look at the wall for inspiration.
I'm trying to find some other like.
Isn't there an AK that takes M4 mags? Like not the SR47, because the SR47 is an AR-looking platform with the AK.
Not
But I don't they have an
really.
inverse?
Not really.
Okay.
Because there's not really a purpose for it.
Okay. I thought that was the inverse, but all right. Yeah. So G&G L85.
Specifically
G&G.
the A3.
Yeah.
Little caveat right there.
Yeah.
I'm trying
the
to
G-
find some other models of bullpups that take AR magazines.
Yeah. G&G lever action. I think those are just the best two right there out of all of them, let's be honest. Not because we're G&G hoes by any means. Ryan, if you're watching, we love you. But I think those are just two fantastic models. Will you guys be at Northern Front 6? We will be at Northern Front 6, actually. Both of us will be. So going back to our roots, back to the land of cheese. Can we visit the Mars Cheese Castle?
Yes, we absolutely can.
Yes! I haven't been there in years. We're going to go to the Mars Cheese Castle because across the street from it's a quick trip. I'm going to get my Bosco sticks, my double bacon cheeseburger, and then my fucking big old thing of water Joe, and maybe some fresh nuts. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a good trip. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah.
You know you like it, Logan. Nothing like getting beat by your roommates. Yeah. I already get abused by my fat cat who sits on my chest every night and tries to suffocate me. You know, I'm just going to get manhandled by you. In Japan, it means victory. It's all the illicit materials you watch. Scar L, Type 97, Type 91. That's fair. Scars.
Nah.
What?
I don't know a good scar.
Scars are great.
Nah.
Scars are awesome.
No, they're not. Have you ever worked on one?
No, I'm not a tech.
So
I
that's why.
I can say they look cool, though. I used to have a scar. I love those. I love
Good.
having my Ugg boots.
But did you work on it?
I had to do a little bit of work on it, but I didn't open it up.
Yeah. No, not gonna recommend a scar to anyone.
That's fair.
For what it takes to-
Taking it apart was the biggest pain in the
Yeah.
ass. I didn't get it back together, so. I do like my Ugg boot, though. It's very cool.
Type 97, Type 91s are.
They're M4 mags.
They are.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, see you at Northern Front, man. I can't wait for that trip. That's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah.
You'll get a home cooked meal, get some cheese curds. Maybe go to Door County, get some stuff that way.
That's a little too far out of the way.
We'll
We can
budget-
stop at a Festival Foods and get Door County stuff.
No, we'll budget it in. Don't worry about it. We'll leave a day early. We're gonna get back from Stag Ops and then the next day leave. Like immediately, be like, all right, I guess we gotta go on another trip home. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. That'll be a good time though. I have some fresh nuts for you, Logan. Oh no, no, not really. I haven't seen them since I got married. What it feels like to know a woman's touch? Am I right?
Wah.
Oh, this guy. His steak's too buttery. His lobster's too warm.
Yeah, he modded the contact yoke.
He what?
Yeah, he modded his MTW. I knew it.
Yeah. Oh. I was gonna say, where is it?
You're hovering on it.
Oh. Move the shrink wrap down a bit on the engine and mod the contact yoke a tiny bit. Yeah, you just voided your warranty on that, pal. Good luck. I hope it doesn't break. We never recommend trying to make your IGLs fit into MTWs. They actually aren't supposed to because that exact thing you have to modify contact yoke and everything else in there, and it voids your warranties overall, which is like a big deal, especially when it comes to MTWs or our lines. So we always recommend if you do want to get an IGL look or feel, we recommend the AGL to connect to the macro line inside the grip, so then it can go ahead and still have that amped line on there. You just aren't shoving things around that shouldn't be shoved around.
Yeah.
So.
It is a little annoying with the MTW warranty
good Lord,
with
my nose.
how much you're spending and how much support there's supposed to be out for it, which is a different distinction between all of the third-party manufactured parts that can go on the MTW, like wanting to do your carbon build versus how Wolverine views it. It has to be Wolverine exclusive products and accessories that are sold through them. Otherwise, you will void your warranty. Even though they advertise with the Gen 1 that I have, that it can take and accept all of these real firearm parts components, but once I do that,
Yeah, which is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. So, I did see, and something I would love to go ahead and do, and I was just talking about this earlier before we got in the live, is that there is a company called Jolly Airsoft, and they make a drop-in HPA adapter for the Havoc engine, which is the one that's in the Gen 12, for your regular standard M4 MTW. I would love, eventually, down the road, along another crazy build idea that I have, is to take a 7-inch MTW, ripping the guts out of that thing and throwing the Havoc engine into that, and having this little short shotgun PDW, and then getting on the end of it. You know the Firehawk, like, quack things that they have?
Yep.
Somehow mating that to it so you get that loud quack noise to it. Or one of the Noveski Flaming Pig sound amplifiers, just to make it super annoying, and run it at like 50 psi, because it's going to have no energy coming out of a 7-inch barrel with like 0.20s, and it would just be like this. It would just feel like this the whole time. Ah, it's going to be such a cool build. Another hair pipe build, hair dream build. Oh, it's a Gen 1 MTW. Warranty was long gone anyways. Yeah, you're good on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I need to get those carbon fiber parts bad. I need to make that dig one as light as possible. Even though they already are really, really light, but I have so many accessories on that thing, it gets pretty heavy pretty quickly.
Yeah. I got that one down below 3 pounds.
You did, which was a fucking shocker and a half. What was it? That was a...
That was a Article 2 that I did a Mac carbon stock on, and then I did an elongated carbon barrel that that extends. Oh wait, no, what was it? It was Did I change the handguard out on that?
You had the not a Mac one, but I think it was one of the AirTac, not the AirTac ones, but it was just the tube. No, it was a Mac. It was just the tube bill on it, right?
I got a photo of it. It was a 12 or 14-inch barrel.
It was a 12-inch, I think.
Because it was
light though.
Because it was a custom build for a mystery box. Because this dude takes a double XL shirt size, so he's a big guy. He's like, I want something a little bit smaller, and I'm like, well, most people would say 7 inches is really small. It's not. However, for a dude that big,
I gotta give him a little bit more. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, it was an incredibly light pistol or rifle.
Oh yeah, boom.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't know if we can show it to the chat, but
no.
Yeah, it's very cool looking. Yeah, nice. Gripish also asks, is there any guns you guys are gooning over? Gooning over right now, Real Steel or Airsoft. Myself, I can't get enough the H&K MR556A3. I just had something I was yarping to you the other day about. I forget what it was.
I am currently on the G3 and all the G3 variants. So just like how I did the deep dive on the L85A3, I'm now going down the rabbit hole of the G3 and all of its other European variants, which has been really interesting looking at all the other export options, because HK allowed the licensing to all these other countries in the 60s and 70s so that they could produce their own variants of the G3.
So I'm currently kind of gooning over the Q-Fix rifles, the M4 specifically, the 300 Blackout 7-inch barrel one. Hold on.
No, I'm reading Grey Book.
Oh, I said Q-Fix and you went, and I was like, all right, I know you're disgruntled. The reason why is because I was sitting there thinking, especially for like events like the Caspian Uprising, the Insurgency event, and other things, I'm like, man, I would really like to go ahead and have a tiny little compact HPA'd rifle, right? Just something that's super small, super short, I can conceal in a bag, something like that. So when I go do these Insurgency events, not even specifically for MSW, but other events where there's role-playing involved, and you may need to sneak weapons on and off, that I can have a compact system off of it. So I was looking at the Q-Fix, because I like the triple tone design that they have, that Q implements on a lot of their rifles, and looking to see what the best analog would be for building that, and seeing if there was an Airsoft version out, which I don't remember if I saw any, but I don't think so. And trying to figure out what the best build would be, which I think I've boiled down to either finding a replica Q-Fix or getting a G&G combat machine, gutting it, throwing an F2 in there, throwing a Polar Star UGS on there, specifically a UGS, not a CGS, so I can go ahead and have the option to have the CO2 inserts, and shortening that thing down and putting a carbon fiber Minnesota Airsoft suppressor on the end of it to make it as quiet as possible. and running it with the EPM1 shorty mags to get it as short as possible and a tiny little like red dot of some sort. That's what I'm currently like nerding over to figure out, because I do have a clear body for a G&G I want to go ahead and build, so I just need the front and back parts. So it's probably gonna have like carbon fiber stuff on it or whatever that I'm gonna paint the colors for the Q-Fix, you know. But I don't know, a lot of stuff around it. But that's my current obsession, is figuring out all that fun stuff.
I'm looking over at YouTube. Really hoping some company makes the SL9 from BF6. So,
Oh yeah,
I don't play BF6, but the SL9, I believe, is the fantasy firearm that Battlefield or DICE made up, utilizing some influence from other rifles.
Huh?
So it's like an MP7 base, and then I think it's called the Heresy, or the Hera Arms grip.
you know what that looks like? That looks like the
It looks like an MP7 with a...
no. What it looks like is if they took the Palmettos, the PSA MP7 copy that they have, and put the Hera Arm stuff on it.
What's really funny is I'm pretty sure this is the SMG that loads the magazine from the side, so it like hinges out, and so it's not like a top loader like a P90 or like the MP7 that goes into the grip. I think it goes in through the side.
Here. PSA MP7. How that's angled. So it looks like that with the Hera Arm stuff on it. So, is the SL9 a real gun or no?
No. So I think you just got to get an MP7. The Fix? FIX?
Q-Fix.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
it's a Q gun.
I thought we were still on BF6.
Yes, no, he was mentioning the Q-Fix is great. I would love to go ahead and make a replica Q-Fix. Yeah, because that's the bolt action sniper rifle, because you have the Honey Badger, which is the one I want to go ahead and build, but then the Q-Fix is the bolt action 8.6, which is like, I want one in real life first off, because that caliber is a wild caliber. The 1 in 3 twist rate off of an 8.6, and how fucking big the bullet is, it is ballistic, like literally and figuratively insane how that operates. Whatever. Anyways, I would love to do that with like a bolt, like a Wolverine bolt and a side saddle HPA, like CO2 tank. Oh, that'd be so cool. Anyways, we do have 4 minutes left. We should probably wrap it up. Make sure we can get all of our events and stuff like that out of the way. So,
Gray Bush wants to do a super safety.
Super safety on a Q, then yeah.
On his H&K MR556.
That'd be cool.
Based.
That's hell based. That'd be cool. But anyways, we're gonna wrap it up here. We have a couple of events coming up here shortly. Let's get those things pulled up so I can go through them real quick. First and foremost, next weekend I will be at the Caspian Uprising down in South Carolina. That is the Muslim West Insurgency game. Super, super, super excited to go ahead and do that. In March, we have a couple events already up on our schedule while we are still adding more. So please stay tuned to our event page for the rest of the year. We have AMSX, which is going to be the first weekend of March. That is AMS's new low-cap Muslim event out in Killeen, same place that Reindeer Games is held at. After that, we have Players Wanted Scorch Earth out at Crescent. That is the Crescent. That is the old sanatorium out that way. We have Op Hidden Ward from Lion Claws out in West Virginia. And the same weekend as that, we have MSATO Op Liberty at the Forge, which is a new AO for them. I know me and you are going to be at Liberty, and we have a separate team going to Lion Claws. And then in April, we have ABCAS, which is at the Glen Jean Boy Scout camp out in West Virginia, then Southern Front as well out at D14 in Texas. We do have a couple other events going up in between there, including a couple open plays we have at our local field, which is Three Rivers Paintball TRP, as well as Mercer, with a couple of free weekends there. But that is just about it. Ross, are we doing a giveaway next weekend, or is that in 2 weeks?
Next week.
Next week. Awesome. So please stay tuned for that. Check our social media page. Check out our website to learn how to get involved in that. What are we giving away?
The ASG M15 AEG.
There we go. Awesome. And I think that just about wraps it up. So stay tuned for all the other stuff that we have going on. Stay tuned for some cool announcements of stuff we have coming up in the works. And we will see you guys next Wednesday.
That's right.
Well, at least one of us in this room will see you guys next Wednesday. So,
Square gang.
you're a fucking square. That's what you are.
That's right.
You're
Square up.
Square. You nerd.
Square up.
You nerd.
Square up.
You nerd.
Square
you
up.
baseless nerd.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know.